and talk to somebody higher than the local management, because we don't seem to be getting anywhere that way. There's no communication. So we also have Mr. James here. He's going to talk about the Citizens Patrol, because a lot of people are under the impression that we pay for security and the security's for us. It's not. It's only here for ELS's property, not individual homes. Has nothing to do with that. They're not going to, if you call the security because you got a visitor that won't leave, he's not going to do anything. You have to call 911. So that being the case, I know we have a lot of issues here in the community, like the roads, the sprinkler systems, the lights not working, vagrants, squatters, the gates not ever working. They fixed them, I think it was Friday or Thursday, and the south gate's already broken. So that's not working. It's not doing us any good. So with that being said, I'm going to have James. He's going to have a short presentation, and then we'll discuss the issues. So I'll do that.
I'll try to keep it real brief. Everybody can hear me? Yep. Okay, basically, what we do as COPs, we're volunteers. We volunteer 3 hours a week. 3 hours a week, and they only require us to do it 15 hours a month, right? Volunteers, what they do is they go around the community. There's different ways of doing it, right? What I'm trying to do is to get 15 to 20 people to volunteer their time, 3 hours a week, to drive the car, right? You drive the car around the community anytime you like, right? You just keep a presence within the community. What that does is it keeps the bad guys away. It's a proven fact, right? That's what we like to do, just have the car patrolling the area, right? There's other things that we do. We walk. We have what's called walkers, right? You have, it says on your back, sheriff's volunteer, right? You walk the neighborhood and you're a presence. And what we do is we just look for things, right? And what we do is our biggest weapon is our phone, right? We all have we use our phone to get in touch with the police, right? We have a good number that we should all put down in our phones, and that's 561-688-3400.
Repeat that, please.
Yes.
Repeat.
It's 561-688-3400. And that phone number is the same number when you call 911, it goes into the same room. So it's a good number, right? When you see something, you say something, right? So the volunteers, there is a little bit that goes on with it. There's a couple of classes you have to take. It's no big deal. Jonathan?
Does everybody know that I am a volunteer and I live here in the community, and I've been taking the car.
You can stand up
Yes.
so everyone can hear you.
Jonathan Hackley. I am actually a volunteer with the PBSO hospital program. I've been actively trying to get other people in this community. You'll see me driving around in a car. I would hope that Jimmy G told you that if we can get enough residents here to volunteer in enough hours, then we can get a permanent car station here in our development just for us. Right now, I'm a rover, right? So there's a couple cars over in Lake Park. I go over to the Sheriff's Patrol. When I schedule myself on Top Smart, which you'll learn about, it's an app. You schedule yourself. You can go pick up the car anytime it's available. Anytime I've wanted it, I've been able to go pick it up. I go for about 3 hours. I drive around Lake Park. I pick up snipe signs. Everybody know what snipe signs are? I like snipe signs. Those are those little signs that are advertising along the road that are in the right of way. Mm-hmm. Those signs, I pick up as many of them as I can. I'm going to be the snipe king. But I also then come up to our development and I drive around and I have pamphlets and I try to drum up other people that are able and willing to protect our community. Right? We can't get out like Jimmy, I'm sure told you, but I have a cell phone, I have a radio, and I feel very comfortable and confident that PBSO is going to protect it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very important. The snipe signs, those are those little white signs you see that are stuck in the ground. Those snipe signs, those the sheriff's office hates those. It brings down the value of the communities, right? They like them out of there. So what we do is we pick them up and we store them. You know,
In the trash.
in the trash.
Yes, store them in the trash.
Yes, but pardon?
Advertisements.
Yeah, those are advertisements. Those are people that, you know, they'll spend a few $100s and just put an advertisement on the street. You go by and you take a look. You know, the sheriff's office does not like that. They don't like graffiti, right? Graffiti's a very big item the sheriff's office doesn't like. And if anybody sees graffiti being done, that's a 911 call, by the way.
I've seen a patrol car before, not a cop car, private security go by
Yes.
my home. A black car.
That's us.
Oh,
That
right.
ain't
Well, our is ELS's.
It's ELS's security. That's what I was speaking about. They're here to protect the property itself.
Oh,
Not,
You live here?
yes,
No, they're here whenever they want them here.
yeah,
I saw one go by today for the
Yep.
first time
Yeah.
in months.
yep.
Yes.
Drive a
So,
silver
I see them
car.
every night, so
right,
They also drive a silver car.
awesome.
I see them multiple times.
Okay, the sheriff's car has
Right.
lights on it. We have lights all around the car. The car is, at night, it'll light up the community. Just, it's a great
Deterrent.
deterrent. We have it, we use the lights during the day, right? It's, what it does is it puts people on edge, you know, the bad people. The good people they're happy about, you know, having a sheriff's office around, especially when you go to a shopping center. You know, you see that car going around. It's like, you know, the elderly people, when they're going to a shopping center, it's, they feel a little bit of confidence. you know. So it's something that we do. We really enjoy doing what we do. I just wanted to let people know that there are bike units. There are people that walk communities. I'm really looking to get 15 to 20 people driving a car. Because I want to put a car in this neighborhood, right? It's like it'll be stationed here. All you have to do is just walk in. You know, you can keep it at the front gate. You can keep it in the, you know, wherever you like to keep it, so it's shown, right? But that's my goal, is to get a car in this community. So I just need
Who maintains the gas and a few people take care of it?
KPSO.
You get, there's a gas card, this blue card, you go to any PBSO area and you can fill it up. So it's, yeah, you don't have to worry about, there's no expenses, please, there's no expenses. Once you become a COP, there's no expenses with the car.
Jimmy, can I say
The
something?
sheriff's office takes care of everything.
That's it. I don't know, did you mention that you're also covered by workers' comp?
Can you speak up?
Can you also, I don't know if you mentioned that.
No, I did not.
You're also covered by workers' comp. So as soon as you step into that car and you call in and say you're on duty, you are covered for any accidents that occur. You step out of the car and step over a traffic cone, you're covered by workers' comp.
Yes.
Could I just ask that people who speak tell us their names?
I'm sorry, my name's Jonathan Hackett.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I said.
And this is Mr. James.
I'm James Giustiniani, I go by the way of Jimmy G. Been with the sheriff's office, volunteers for 6 years. The question in back?
When we purchased here, we were informed it was going to be security in this community. That's not been the case. That's not been the case at all.
Okay, so
The gates do
basically,
not work, there's holes in the fences where people come in and out.
yes, what happens is you have basically an HOA here, right?
No.
That's what this meeting.
We're gonna try to work that
So
out.
you have, basically, the sheriff's office is a separate entity,
I
right?
understand.
So it's, you know,
Again, I understand that, but when we purchased here, that was one of the selling points, that there would be security in this community.
And ma'am, there is,
That is not happening.
but it's not here for us.
And again,
Well, then they should
My
not
name's
have sold
James.
it
I'm
that
not-
way. Then
Yeah.
it should not have been sold that way.
Oh, they've got a lot of mis-advertising done, but that's another story we need to talk about with with management.
Any
This is
community
for us.
that you go into, any community, I don't care which one it is, there's always crime, right?
Of course.
So it's like, and my community is 7 years old, right? We've been going around that community since day one, right? Patrolling that neighborhood. It's like, but that's what we do. We walk, we have a bicycle, right? The sheriff's office, if you guys wanted to ride a bike, who rides a bike here?
I do.
Okay, the sheriff's office provides bicycles and a helmet, lights on, and they'll service that bike. So it's like, who walks here, you know? Anybody that, will have a regiment or walk, you know? You can be a walker and walk the neighborhood. When you're showing the sheriff's name on your back, you are displaying to the bad guys that, we are being protected. So it's just it's a really good thing. If anybody is interested, I'm going to say it at the end of the meeting. Maybe I can sign you up.
So I have to interrupt because I thought this meeting tonight, to all of us, was gonna be about talking about all the problems that were
Yes.
going
No,
on.
we're here to talk about good.
That's what we're gonna do.
We're here to talk about good and bad and what we can do to
We're
make.
just talking about the service, about
That's so we'll have a secure neighborhood.
Next meeting.
Well, it's not secure when you have a big hole in the fence across the street.
We are going to get to them issues. We are here for that. We're going to talk about that. We just started off with him so that everybody can know. So at the end, anybody that wanted to sign up, they can sign up. But we are going to get to them issues just in a second. Thank you very much, James. All right.
Can I interject with what they were saying?
Yes.
So I'm Paula, and we live on the south side, so people had some questions. I'm just gonna interject real quick about, when you were saying that we all bought in, I looked at my contract, it does not say security after. So what I wanted to tell you, I've been researching this for a while because I've been very upset about it. So I've been researching, my daughter's environmental science as well, because they're saying that they don't cut down trees, and I've been looking at their environmental side, they also have a thing for that I was looking into. But now that I've been looking into it, it's not in my contract, and people have questioned me on Facebook on James's site, I started looking into this. So now if you go on their website or you look at any of their brochures, they cover themselves in very small print
Absolutely, they do.
that says, because if you look at the ones in Arizona, they have the community, like they say in the brochure, the old brochures, that we have a gated community.
Yep.
So this, when I started looking into it, if you look at all of their brochures, any of their new homes, you have to go all the way to the bottom and scroll up and read it. It says, options, layouts, and pricings vary by model, subject to change without notice. Pictures may include optional features, details apply to specific homes, only and subject to change without notice. We shall not be responsible for any typographical errors, misinformation, misprints, and shall be held totally harmless.
Which is why
So-
we need to speak to an attorney.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's how they're starting to cover themselves.
And that's one reason why we decided to do the meeting, is because we're hoping we can get enough people together and try to get someone to speak for all of us. Somebody for the north side and someone for the south side, so that we can, instead of all of us trying to do these meetings, we can just get one person that can go up to the hires and get us, as you said, a lawyer, someone that can get us protected, because we all have bought into something that apparently we're being right. And yes, ELS they're protecting their back. They got great lawyers. They got the money.
Who's gonna pay for an attorney to represent this on a class action suit?
Well, that's what we're hoping that we can, we're hoping we don't have to go that far.
All right, so someone asked about getting an attorney. Somebody's gotta pay for it. Not free.
No.
So, going to the advertising for the new home, say, if you're just starting out and you have a small family, come move here. Everybody here knows it's supposed to be an age-qualified community. So if you're just starting out and you have a kid, are they gonna kick you out when you bought a $180,000 house? I really doubt
Of
it.
course not, because as soon as they go to school, they're in.
So, I don't see that, but there's a lot of misconceptions on their website as far as what they do and what we have as benefits here.
I have a suggestion, why don't we just get the attorney that handled the whole deal when they bought this place, that he knows everything about it, the 55 and older, you can't buy a place and sub-rent it to somebody else with 6 kids, or
And that's
whatever.
exactly
That's
what's
done-
going on.
Yeah, but that's how they're getting away with it, right?
Yes.
So why don't we get the attorney that handled the whole project?
Because you had one attorney handling both sides, that's why.
Yeah, he was getting from both sides, so he was, I don't know if that would help.
As a community, we need to figure out a way of coming together and trying to do it so it's not gonna cost us hundreds and thousands of dollars that we don't have. That's our biggest issue. We know the rules are being broke, but a lot of it's our own faults as well. I mean,
Legal aid?
to what?
Legal aid? Is there any law school in this area that it may be a school project to work with law students?
That's a,
That would be a project
Well,
for
we
them
should
that they
actually
can.
be trying to get an elder attorney that works with
So what
elderly.
are we alleging?
I did that already.
Pro bono, I've already looked into it.
It's livability. You know, I have a broken back. When I ride in, go to leave this community, I like to kill myself just going over these holes in the street. So it's more of a little livability and getting the rules enforced. They have a ton of rules, none of them being enforced.
The new roads are starting tomorrow.
but why? That's the question why. They haven't even finished what they've started. We don't even have a clubhouse yet.
One thing that they should have a bathroom on the north side, on the north side. That should be illegal to have a pool without a bathroom.
All the pipes were supposed to be done in
Again,
January.
my name's Jonathan.
Okay.
I don't know that we really have a legal issue at this point, like, of any sort. Like, it feels like it, I know, but I don't think we do. I think we had some issues with management
Yes.
here. Right, number one, not communicating. It would be just great if I sent them an email and they responded within 10 days. Well, I think that's what this meeting should be.
Yes.
Honestly,
I agree.
We should try and form a committee that wants to talk to management so that we can make this a better place for us to live.
So if it doesn't do any good talking to local management, then we drive to Tampa.
Then,
Tampa won't talk to you.
but
And if Tampa don't talk to us, we go to Chicago.
So then, right, so then, if the management here doesn't care for our concerns, right? Then I think we have a nice group here for the first one, right? Then we talk to our neighbors, and we get our neighbors involved, then we double this size, and then we go to Tampa, right? To talk to the community, to the corporate office, right? And if that doesn't work, right? And we talk to our neighbors and we double our size again, and then we go to Tallahassee.
And if any of you see anything,
Right?
and if you're,
And that's how we make it a better place.
and if you're afraid,
And
I'm
use our
sorry.
volunteers as well, because I think it's our responsibility to take care of the safety of our community.
Now, if you're afraid to go to the office yourself, that's what this committee's gonna be about. You'll know everybody's name, you'll have their number, and you call them up and say, hey, I have this problem, or I have this problem. We'll do the talking as
For
for
you.
the group,
Yes.
for the group.
See, the
Okay?
thing is,
And we will go to Tampa as a group.
the
So,
thing is, we all have our own individual issues with ELA, right? Some people it's the sprinkler, some people it's the tree, some people it's, you name it. That dog's defecating in your yard, nobody picks it up, everybody has issues, but they have a ton of rules that should be enforced. The office and the management here enforces nothing. That's the problem. We got people that have houses that don't live here, but rent out every room for $800-900. So they're making a killing. And so the people are walking out the back gate, pushing the gates open and walking out the back gate, coming back in with their bottle of liquor. I see it every day.
Being followed in.
Right. Exactly. And then the piggybacking, you have so many people that don't even live here or have, ability to get in, so they just wait till somebody comes in, or they just push the gate open. The one on the south side's broken now.
She did it an hour ago, I saw her do it.
Did you see?
I saw her do it, she got out of the car.
What
I saw her.
is your solution? What is your solution?
New management.
I have is that we gotta get together as a group, as a community, have one voice to go to the management, list our grievances, they don't listen, they don't respond. Me and Nick will go drive to, Tampa. We'll have a representative there. I know people say, oh, they want to talk to you or whatever. The problem with that is, if we talk that way, nothing will happen. You'll just put up with the same stuff we're already doing.
See, we've lived with ELS for over 15 years. We went through ELS, 6 managers we went through before we ever got a good manager that stuck with us in our old community in the Meadows. And I think that's going to be might be the thing we might need to do.
PGA, coach of the Meadows, right through it. Everything's clean, everybody, it's full.
It's always been like that.
No, when we actually lived there first, no, we got broken into, our cars got broken into, houses, we had squatters, people renting out. I mean, the same thing here, believe it or not, was happening there.
And the COP car driving past that undesirable house every 3 hours, as a former police officer, would alert the undesirables that are living there or coming there that this is not necessarily a safe place to go, and they will move to another location. I'm a former police officer, and I can tell you that's our tactic when we have bad houses.
That's our best tactic.
How long did the 408 out of?
It took 2.5 years to get them out.
I suffered.
But that was with they
COVID.
blame it on COVID.
Well, we blame everything on COVID.
Right.
Yes.
So now COVID's over, so to speak. So we need to get people that are willing to speak for the community. But we're a small part of the community. There's almost 1,000 homes. So we gotta find a way to get a community together with a couple people from the north, a couple of people from the south, put together a list, and then go present it and try to get something done.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You gotta remember one thing too. Yeah, ELS is breaking rules. But we gotta remember one thing. We can't break rules. We gotta be good little people so that they can't come back and say, hey, we got you down for this. Hey, we got you going through a gate, and following somebody. You went through stop signs. We gotta follow the rules.
Your car's parked in the grass.
Yeah, your car's parked in the But again, we gotta be good little people.
But that's what people complain about, is like.
Right.
Which is a very small part of what we do.
I go out early in the morning with my dog, and I pick up my poop because I think it's disgusting when people do not. That's just lazy. Lazy and gross. I see a little woman with work boots on, no shoelaces, and she's traveling through here.
Yes, there's
There's a lot, and this is what Rose told me. Rose told me this. That people are bringing homeless people into their homes to help them.
They are. They are. We see. We got 3 homes around us right now.
so that's an issue, so.
Well, then why are they here? Why, are they approved?
Of
Do
course.
they
No.
have an application? Of course they do.
That's what I was saying about the rental rooms out for $900 a piece, they're paying $800 for rent. And they're taking in $3,000-4,000.
You kidding me? $1,000 or more.
We have a lady that lives behind us right now. She says she pays $600 and the floors are falling through where she lives. And she pays $600 a month to live on a couch. But that's all she can do.
We have an agenda for tonight. What is our plan? So here we are saying, what is our plan? What is our plan? We can all
I
complain.
told you.
And we can all say what we're mad about. Why are we here? What's the plan? What's our goal? What are we gonna do?
My feeling is, we get a committee up to do the talking, to go to Tampa, to go to the main office. All right, that's one, that's number one.
Are the issues
That's number
really
one.
ELS?
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Are the issues really ELS?
Yes, because they're the ones that hire this manager.
yes, the issues
And
are
it's
the
this
ELS.
management, and they never have an answer for you.
So I think before we do anything, we need to make a list of what our
That's-
issues are. We can post
We got hundreds.
He's doing this right now.
And it doesn't look like we're
He's doing this right now.
That's what I'm doing now.
You got someone writing it down there.
Safety,
No, you can write it down, you can post it and make us look like morons.
right, that's what I mean.
So.
Right now, we got safety, we got safety,
We went over safety.
we
The
got
next-
safety down on the list, we've got people that are here that shouldn't be, that's two.
Go ahead.
Ken.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Ken, I'm from the north side.
Hi, Ken.
I
Oh,
moved
you're
here
okay.
7 years ago before ELS. But things were bad when I moved in here. You all knew how the property was going down. You all knew the problems that we had, okay? We got presented with ELS. We didn't have money to fix up everything that needed to be fixed, and we sold. So now we are renters, okay?
Yes.
We got sold a bill of goods from a corporation that just wanted the property, okay? And they came in. I applaud those that got the meeting together today, because to have this many people here on a Sunday night, that says that every single person here has individual issues, that they know something is wrong here.
They feel strong
and it
enough.
needs to be corrected.
Yes.
But when you're a renter, you're one voice when you're calling an incompetent management team. I've gone through 3 managers since this property has been here, and each one is more incompetent than the next. So the plan here is, yes, you have to put the issues. We know there's a security issue. We know there's the road issue. We know there is the incompetent management issue, because there's really no connection to ELS with us.
Right.
It's just this management team, okay? And I called ELS in Chicago to bring these issues to their attention, and they keep putting it back here. And when you have incompetent management, you can't get things done. So I think as a group, when you write down all the issues that are going on here, and they're legitimate complaints and issues that was told us were going to be corrected, and nothing has changed in my view. It's been very slow, but there's nothing completed. I see progress, okay, but not the progress that we were expecting. Listen, I purposely came to a 55 and over community, okay? And all I have seen since ELS has been here is houses being rented out, and there's kids and kids of kids that are in this community, and that's not what we were told. We were told that at least during the time that we were locked in, that it was going to be by the rules. And there's rules, they're just not being enforced.
Exactly.
So I think it is a good idea with the proposal. Get the issues down, put some committee together to go to the ELS top management, not here, because it's gonna get buried here.
that's right.
That's their job.
That's right.
To go to ELS, get the issues addressed, and if ELS doesn't address them, then we start going to our political representatives here, because we were fooled into this sale, promised a bill of goods.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
I have one more thing.
Let her speak.
Yep, go ahead.
So I have 2 things to say. Number one, there is a contract when we got rolled out with ELS. That contract clearly says they have 3 years to put $3 million into amenities, additional amenities. They are in breach of contract right now. They are. Can they call COVID 2-year period? I don't know. The second thing is, I'm also.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Wait a
Let her
minute.
finish.
talk.
I can't hear her. Speak up.
Well, I can't talk loud enough if you can't hear. I'm sorry. I'm
But
screaming. as loud as I
I'll
can.
translate.
So, I'm also a real estate agent up in Virginia, and there is a thing called the
You're not
Fair
in
Housing
Virginia.
Act for older persons. And the HUD, the Housing of Urban Development, maintain and regulates 55 communities.
HUD.
I have 3 pieces of paper that I printed out, they're all the same, and it tells you how to file a discrimination act, because number one, fair housing cannot discriminate based on age, sex,
Sex and all that, right.
color, religion, that type of thing. But 55 and over communities have federal regulations that they have to follow, and I've put that on Facebook a million times and nobody's taken it up. We're going back to Virginia in a couple days. It needs to be somebody here. There's 3 pieces of paper if somebody wants to file a complaint with the
Great.
Recording in progress.
Great.
State of Florida, if you haven't looked.
Now, the state of Florida has HUD,
80-20.
and you can go.
80-20,
Yep,
and
yep.
who counts that?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
office does.
So,
It has to have it.
so how do they
The
count
office
that?
has to
I
have
don't
it.
think they're doing a good county there.
I mean, this is,
Yeah, so one thing we can do is file a complaint with HUD.
well, no, but sometimes it's
They don't fall under HUD jurisdiction.
Yes, we do. There's mobile home, there's mobile home rules for the state of Florida that HUD is
Let me
controlling.
clarify something.
We have to start with.
When we were a co-op, we fell under Florida statute 417.
It's 431
It's
now.
720.
It's 421 now that we fall under.
Okay.
And if you think ELS is gonna recognize you or any member of your group to talk to you, unless you've got an organized,
That's
formed
what we're trying to do.
group,
That's what
they're
we're
not
trying to
gonna
do.
honor any individual,
That's what we're
period.
trying to
They
do.
won't
That's
even
what we're
talk
here
to
for.
you.
That's what we're here
So
for.
you-
Please just listen and not try to,
That's what we're here
I
for.
thought I was
Yeah,
listening.
We're trying to
no, you're
organize
not.
a crew.
We're trying to put together a
Well,
group.
you're sitting up
to
there
address
telling
it.
me HUD is the controlling factor.
I
for
didn't say
Florida
that, I said
statute
we can
417.
file a complaint with HUD. I didn't say they control anything. Okay?
He's with the
All right.
office, so that's okay.
Yeah, all right, sure, you can go back and tell the office everything we do here, it's fine.
I'm not telling the office nothing.
So,
Oh, no,
the thing
I was
is,
calling
we're here
Liz
to
Carney. At
find.
least would listen to us and respond back, more than
Okay,
Rose and them.
so we're all here. Who would like to volunteer to actually be a voice for this community?
I will.
All right, so we got Nick, we got Jonathan.
Wait, let me write
All
this
right.
down.
Give your name to Jonathan and the lot number, phone
Yeah.
number, please, and we'll put together a group.
You also gotta remember one thing. If they're breaking the rules, the contract, we can put our money in escrow,
Yes, we absolutely can.
Okay?
Legally.
legally. Put it in
You have to pay
escrow,
the water bill, and you have to
Right.
pay the trash bill.
but you must put it in an account,
Right.
a separate account, and you must notify them. So if you are not happy and you don't like, they're breaking the rules in your mind, I've done her, I've already told Vera. I told her, I said, look, either you settle my water bill or I'm home the money in escrow. You know what she said? This is how smart she is. What's escrow? And that's the truth. I mean, I got it on tape. So she said, what is escrow?
And so
Can I
if you
ask
don't
if
get your
you're
money until.
secretary of this meeting, so we can respond to this? We have a list of
Yes,
complaints.
he's gonna take the
Is there
name.
a secretary?
Yes, he's right here. He's writing it
I'm
down.
gonna try my best.
And we are.
That's another recourse we have. What we need to do is everybody on Palm Lake Six States on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, list your issues there in a list, because I seem to be the only one besides a couple of others that actually say anything. We have to speak up, or they're not gonna listen to anything.
So what I would say about that is the Facebook post. I moved this 3 years ago. I love this place. But the stuff that goes up there, if we are trying to engender a place that we all want to live, that has not been the place I would say, I'm gonna go there.
Oh, of course, because I wanna let other people know that's gonna spend $160 or so thousand for a house, that there's issues, and it's not gonna go that way.
That's gonna affect your resale value.
I'm not never gonna sell, so I don't care about that. I just wanna tell the truth.
Yeah, well,
I wanna show the
that
truth.
your mind is different different than the rest.
No, I just take pictures and post what I see.
I absolutely, I have been riding around for a year and taking pictures
But-
videos of the disgusting things that happen.
And if you don't want to become part of it, then, you know, there's no reason to come to these meetings because you're not going to get anything done.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
It sounds like, forgive me, I do not know the steps that need to be taken.
Right.
It sounds like the very first thing that we need to do is form an HOA, period.
Okay.
Once
Great.
we have formed an HOA, and this is volunteers, then you make this list.
Right.
We can sit here all night long, blabbering between ourselves about bitchy this and bitchy that.
Yes, ma'am.
The only place.
There we go. You got one. Go ahead.
So I would suggest that we all keep our effing mouth shut right this moment and form that HOA,
I agree.
period.
I agree.
And then go from there, and if anybody doesn't think this is a proper
There you go.
and logical way of going through it, I'm awfully sorry. Now, if I will have to bow out, I would happily volunteer. I have medical problems at home that do not allow me to volunteer for anything, or else I'll be right up there at the head of the line.
Is there anybody in here that knows anything about HOA? How to start it, how to run it, to form it?
And Florida statute 723. Okay. Florida
Yep,
statute
hold on.
723 is the statute that governs us as not renters here, but
Resident.
because we are residents in this park that is owned by someone else, that gives us the ability not to form a homeowners association, but to form a community organization that holds management accountable to the statute, right? It's the statute, if we're gonna have anything legal, we have to talk about the statute that they're bound by the state of Florida, right? And then as a group, we can also talk about management issues, right, that are for the prospectus. Our prospectus tells us that they are supposed to treat us a certain way. If they don't do that, then this organization or this group can then talk to the management about that. And the
Pursuit.
politicians and everybody else about chapter 723. We can form it, and that's, if you're on our Facebook page, you've heard me talk about that before. I posted everything how to do that.
You have all of our email addresses.
We ain't had it, this is the first time for anything.
This is our first time
Nobody
we've
has
been-
I
nothing.
know, but I constantly put that on Facebook. If you are
I don't
on,
want to be on Facebook.
well, that's the easiest way now.
Then come speak to one of us.
That's the easiest, okay, but then put your information on that paper that Tabitha
And we'll
was
send
taking
it to you.
around.
But the thing
And I'll-
is,
and I'll send
I
it
don't
to
want
you.
to call it a HOA because
It's not
people
an
fear
HOA.
away from a HOA. Because who's gonna pay for it? That's the first question, who's gonna pay for it?
Right.
Well, I'll volunteer my time to work on this, but it's gotta be a committee, I can't be a committee of one. So if you want to become part of the committee, please sign your name on a piece of paper, lot number, address, we'll get together, and then we can talk to a group of people and actually have answers. Yes, ma'am?
I just want to show you an example of how you can
Yeah, we already know,
And we are trying to offer our time to try to avoid
To the south side, and it's a map of the north side. But that's what we're dealing with. But we have to be able to deal with it as a whole. Because all of us going up there individually, we all being told something to get you out of the office, and that's it. Yeah, but that's what it is, yes ma'am? Go ahead.
Right? So go ahead, girl, since it's 8 months from front closet.
Got it coming around.
So
Okay.
my name is T, and I've only been here about a year. And just a couple real quick points.
Excuse me.
The first point is let's respect each other and not chatter while we're
Right.
sitting in the very back of the room. It's extremely difficult to hear what everyone's talking at once. Amen. So the second thing is HOAs, hate them. I moved here because we didn't have an HOA.
Me too.
And third, is it, and once again, I'm new, so I don't know everything yet. Is there a thing that says how often that they're supposed to be doing things like mowing your lawn?
That's why we're having this.
Well,
As
that
much as
was,
I love Nick,
right.
I don't want to pay him to mow my
That's
lawn.
another thing. I wanted to get a couple of people together and be able to go to the new residents with, when I lived at the Meadows, they gave us a basket with the mail exchange where you can change your mail, a bunch of coupons for the local businesses, when trash was, when bulk was, when, and we did all that. Here, y'all
And I
know,
didn't even know
do
till Nick
you know
told
your
me
neighbor?
2 weeks ago. Yeah. Well, I know my neighbors, but only because we run into each other. I didn't even know there was a Facebook page.
Right.
So Nick told me about that, and that's fine, but,
By the way, there is Palm Lakes Estate as well.
Right.
That is
And we
what
try
I
to
thought.
update everybody on anything new happening, anything that's going on in the community, we try our very best.
But
like
it
the
does
Holy Ghost
get
Board,
negative
y'all
because
discuss this stuff,
we do
so.
have issues.
Meeting minutes?
Trying to highlight that.
Yeah, still be posted.
Yeah, we have videos and all
Where
gonna
will
be
it gonna
posted.
be? Where will it be posted?
It'll be on it'll be on both pages.
Palm Lake Estates
Community
and.
Palm
and
Lake
Palm
Estates
Lake
Community.
Palm Lakes Community.
All right.
So who, we got the names of people that are willing to, volunteer, right? So we're gonna do that and
Can you
get
go over that
everybody's
again?
input.
The volunteering, can you go over exactly what A, B, C, D volunteering would
Yeah,
be?
what we wanna do is get together a group of people that can take the issues and be a voice for everyone. So you go, instead of everybody going to the office and getting smoke blown up your butt, we wanna actually have one person that can go there, and then they can come back and tell the community what's going on. There's no communication. Does anybody know about this paging
So, Jane,
before
what I
tonight?
would say-
Yes, ma'am.
Let's put out, what our goal is.
Right. First, my opinion is first would be security. Number one is security. Gates, that's, he's breaking it down. Security is number one.
Security, the, timeframe for the
Well,
improvement,
actually, number one would be, my opinion would be management.
management.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's number one.
Management is being incompetent.
What is your plan? We're all here.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Tell the ELS they're not being trained right,
We got
or
that,
they're
that's what
not
Mr. James was
listening to
talking about.
us.
Mr. James in the back,
And I think
he covered, citizens on patrol.
number two, security.
The number's right
And
there at the
gates.
bottom of the.
Yeah, my opinion, first of all, yeah, we could do security and gates. Do we want a person at the gate?
Like a
Or
long
do we
time
ju-
ago? Yeah.
Now, that's
was the
something
best.
we need to talk about too.
Yep.
But anyways, so what's number three? Anybody?
What about the sewer system?
Sewers.
I've been fighting for months.
Don't sit on the pot so much.
Well, I just can't do that.
Right? I'm right behind you. But we have a ton of individual issues. But every meeting I've been to has been, agitated. All the people who have their own thing, wanting to go at management about different questions. Management gives their spiel, everybody argues until they can walk out the door. Nothing gets done. Nothing, we actually get told nothing. They said the,
We're not presenting.
right, they
So
said
we're all
the,
here, we have
That's what
These
we're,
are 5 things.
that's what we're doing.
Tonight.
Right.
And then you send an email to
Yeah,
all of
but
us.
the thing is, when we all just argue at Vera when she's up here and Rosa, they're not gonna deal with that because everybody has individual issues. Like, I have a neighbor that has 5, 6 people living there with 8 cars. They don't wanna hear that. So,
They keep feeling one-on-one.
right,
Yeah.
so what we wanna do is get together with, so who's seen any of the, construction people that were doing the, lights and all, and doing the improvements? Y'all seen any? I think they all walked away because they wasn't getting paid.
West Construction is the worst contractor around if you ever.
Oh, yeah, I looked it up. If you go on the site that we have, they are terrible. They're almost as bad as ELF.
Yeah, they were working yesterday.
Yeah, all right.
They were working yesterday.
In the clubhouse and all?
Oh, I didn't know, oh yeah, the clubhouse, no.
One of the biggest things for anything to get done, for us to get anywhere forward, we're gonna have to, we're gonna get proof. Talking's one thing, but we're gonna have to get proof. It's gonna have, we're gonna need pictures.
Pictures.
Names, we're gonna need lot numbers.
You see people
It's
going
not
through the
gonna-
gate, take a picture.
Take a picture, we need tags, because, so that way we can find out where they're living, where they're squatting. But without proof, we're not gonna be able to get anything done. Talking about it's gonna get nowhere.
Anything about that because it's not her job.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
It is
that.
her job.
This is not gonna do anything about, I had a 45-minute conversation.
We can go past Rosa, we can go past it, but we can't without proof.
Gotta have
Saying,
proof.
hey, that, 408's out there doing this, talking about it's not gonna do it. We're gonna have to get proof. But proof is the only way we're gonna get past her to make her do her job.
Is
If
that
anything, we're gonna have to get rid of her.
That's the purpose of this meeting?
That's what
Is
it's
to
the
get
purpose.
rid of squatters, is that it?
It's not just the squatting, we got more, that's more.
Number,
That's just an
number,
example. I'm just using that as an example.
Okay, we got off track.
We're getting off track, we're getting off
All
track.
right, so what we're gonna do is get the people that agreed to be, a volunteer.
yeah, get the volunteers, let's get
Yeah,
that.
we wanna get the volunteers together, then we'll go from there as far as having the next meeting, we'd be able to have a structured meeting to what we wanna go with, where we wanna go, and who's gonna go there and get it done for us.
All right, so who's gonna be on this committee?
Because we have to be able to have some law people that know what our rights
Got
are,
a list.
so that we can go with some proof.
All right, so we have a list now of those
Come on,
people.
Mr. Gordon,
We
you're the
have
mayor.
We have,
Of 5, we have 5 people.
we have 7 people.
Seven?
Seven.
Us 4, that's 11.
Right, well, we got the mayor, can't leave the mayor out.
Okay. Everybody that wants, it's gonna be on this committee, raise your hand, please. Raise your hand.
Right,
Hold up, raise your hand.
who's willing to be the volunteer
Volunteers.
for the committee?
Be on the, to
It's
be on the
considered an
committee.
HOA.
Let's call it a steering committee.
Well,
No.
that word I don't want to use, but that's what everybody thinks.
1, 2, 3,
Immediately, we want a committee, that's all, just a bunch of people to go and be able to fight for us.
All right, now, of those 6, 7 people, if you have a problem, contact them, please.
Who's them?
All right, we'll post it on the
We're
page.
gonna make it available on who's part of the
Yes.
committee and who you can go to with your problem.
So we can formulate a plan.
Wait a minute,
Get some organization into this.
that's what we're
That's
trying
what we're
to do. Now, so far, we have 3, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What's hypothetical? That table over there is full of complaints for security. Everybody who has a security complaint, hypothetical.
Right,
Hypothetical.
Everybody who has a security complaint, go see them tonight. That table over there has been designated to be the person that's taking care of the squatters. Please, tonight, go see those people, give them your names,
This is
address
hypothetical.
to
This is
get
all
to.
hypothetical.
your list of complaints about squats. This table over here
He's trying to get.
is taking care of the
Construction
sewage.
issues, yeah.
Water. Oh, sewage? That's
You're right.
Okay.
Our next meeting will do that.
Right this moment.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So number 3 on the list is projects that they're doing that personally, I like putting plants up in front of
The entrance. The entrance is beautiful.
when we have roads, lights, and houses that should be torn down.
That's right.
Okay? So that's number 3, construction, complete projects. All right, anybody got number 4? What would number 4 be?
Lawn care.
Lawn care?
Sprinkler systems and lawn care. Who's responsible? That's what we need to find out.
Isn't that all the same?
Because your sprinkler systems,
I have no sprinklers. I've got the system in my
Right.
shed.
Right.
I'm on a corner lot and I have 2 sprinklers up against my house.
See, this is another
but are
thing
you
too.
responsible
If you have a
for it
new
or
home,
they are?
They are.
Okay, then we need to get somebody to have them deal with that.
I know there's a lot of people with new homes
Mm-hmm.
that been in them for over a year and they still haven't done repaired. Okay, what should have been
Sprinkler system.
repaired.
Yeah.
So that's part of the construction. Okay?
We gotta get speeders down. Some people speed through here, and I'm one of them, but I can tell you.
And this is why I say, we gotta follow the rules too. I had a lady, I'm driving down in my golf cart, I come to the second stop sign, and the
Everybody
lady,
goes through
somebody was coming out this way, and I'm going this way. Next thing you know, this car comes out this way, and this one starts coming out. And I followed her to her house, I said, yo, do you know what's caused an accident? Oh, well. You know, and I went to the office and I reported, but nothing, I guarantee nothing came up. Yeah, so yeah, speeding and stop sign.
Yeah.
Taking the stop signs out of the trees that've been knocked down, because at 42nd Way and 68th Avenue, the stop sign is hanging in the tree.
That's another thing we need. We need maintenance people.
That's maintenance.
That's maintenance, and that we don't have.
If you do, they're going by as fast as you can stop.
All right. So like I was saying,
That's a good one. There's a number 4, maintenance. Excuse me. Maintenance. Yes. I have a question.
Go ahead, ma'am. Let the lady see
I'd
my
like-
question. Go ahead.
Please,
Yes,
please,
ma'am.
please.
Your
I'd
name?
like to address
Your name?
where our security night driver is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you don't see him. So listen to this. I asked him if he was here on July 4th weekend. He goes, what do you mean? You don't
Yeah,
care.
he's a kid.
He's a guy, he's a young kid, like 20.
Right.
I says, well, I said, whoever was lighting fireworks came so close to my property, it shattered, almost shattered my windows. I wasn't a happy camper about that.
Oh, no. We have to have ELS hold security responsible.
this is, like I
They're-
said, this
we're
is
paying
number
them.
2 on the list, security.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna deal with all those issues. I know everybody in here has some kind of issue with their property and their happiness living here.
And guess
That's what
what?
we're
He
trying to
hangs
do.
up at the front.
Oh, he sits in
On
front
his
all the
phone.
time. We got pictures of him
I got
asleep.
pictures of him sleeping in the back where they park their campers and all back there.
Right.
He was there on a Sunday at 1 o'clock. I went back at 3 o'clock. He was still there like this, and I got pictures. It's
Good.
hard to see, but yes.
Good.
But, you know,
Good.
and I told the office,
Good.
and he's still here.
He's still here.
The biggest thing I wanted to get out of this meeting was everybody to get to know their neighbor. Because that's gonna be the people that save your house from getting broken in
That's for
and your
sure.
stuff
Yeah,
taken.
that's for
So,
sure.
I watch my neighbors, they watch my house, we watch everything because,
It's neighborly.
yes, that's number one, but I've lived in places for 10
don't
years
have no
and know my neighbors. That, we can't do that here. We don't have security, so we need to know who's on the left and who's on the right. Yes, ma'am.
So, when I came in, I said the only way to stop this is if we all stop paying rent. So I'd like to suggest
Now, if we could get 100 people to do that, it might make a statement.
But does everybody have to have their own?
No, yes, yeah, every person,
All over.
yeah,
They're huge.
every person, if you don't like if you don't like what's in the contract, and they're breaking the rules, okay? You could take your money, you have to do it separately, you can't do it as a group. You put it in a savings account. It's escrow, savings. Huh?
You can do it as a group. You can absolutely do it as a group. If things goes out there, you can absolutely have an attorney.
Well,
Your
see,
money
it's,
in-
yeah.
An attorney that will work for you, that will base his fees on collecting them from ELS.
Oh, right, yeah, you could do that. We could hire an attorney, give him the money, he'll put it in escrow.
I'm sure somebody has a son or a
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah,
that's
somebody's
attorney.
gotta have.
Calls an attorney.
There we go. So what we can do is, if you have a complaint and you're not happy with what's going on, we have an attorney. We give him your monthly bill,
I think that's gonna
What if
solve.
you pay money?
your monthly payment.
That's your
Well,
maintenance.
then you have to wait till the next month.
No, for the year.
No, he said the year. What if you get paid every year?
But do you pay your water bill by the year? Well, there you go. You know what? Don't take you to court for
We have to
$21.
have at least like 100 people so that we can make a dent. You know, if we did, if 15 of us did it, it's not gonna make a dent in the LS. They don't care.
They're making hand over fist. They're raking it in.
Go ahead. Hold on, guys.
Hold on.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
From up north, Massachusetts, I own the condo. Basically, similar situation you guys are up against. I never didn't give a damn. Had to pay maintenance fees, had to pay my own mortgage, I didn't pay, they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. Once of us did get together, and like you're saying, well, my fee that I owe the management company in an escrow account, it was done legal until I got a letter in the mail. No, I had to go to court.
Right.
They demanded payment. I told the judge what was happening, told the management company he had the right to do what he had to do, ABC. But nobody cost me that, you say it costed me a lawyer. I walk around here on and off with my dog, see properties, talk to people I see around, hi, how you doing, keep going. My concern is this, you put money in an escrow account, a month, 2 months, 3 months, out comes the eviction notice. What do you do on that case?
We all go to court and we stand up for each other.
In the meantime, they've got lawyers that are very
But
on the case
if
like
we
that.
had 5 people that go to court with you to verify what you're saying is true,
Right.
a judge ain't gonna
As
ignore
long
it.
as you have that, I know, as long as you have that money in escrow, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be evicted, and the judge is gonna say, give him the money, and you guys pay the court costs.
I've been to
Yes.
court with ELS. You can go to court But I appreciate everybody coming here tonight. Do we have the numbers of all the people to get in touch with? We'll do that, and then I'll make another meeting. And
Whoever wants to be on-
hopefully we can be more structured.
Whoever wants to be on that committee, please come up here so we can get your name and address and phone number. Hello? You want to be on the committee? Okay, let me get your name and... Okay.
about this here?
That's what I hear, that they have 10 years. No, it's not in the contract.
Okay.
Yeah, for the committee, name, email, and address.
Text or email?
She's working, maybe. I can tell she's on the call. Okay. Make faces at her, make her laugh.
So you have Sue's contact, Carol? You have her contact information? She wanted to sign up for the committee.
Oh, no, I don't.
She's going to be cut off when I take my iPad.
That's all right.
What's your line number? Your line number. That's for the committee, right?
You're not here long enough. Where are you going? Oh, big winner.
Hopefully we'll get
Came in for the week. Y'all set up.
I have some business
Hey, next time you need to get up microphone.
Yeah.
Paul, you know Paul?
Yeah.
Paul used to do all the things maybe he can get like his microphone.
Yeah.
Back some of these people down there, he's gonna clap their jaws.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Look, we're going to, we're going to go to ELS about this, and this. What's next? Next thing you know, go out of hand. We have to pick certain things.
I think one of your first lines,
Right.
the Office of Fair Housing is what it is. We looked a long time ago, because we're just here from Virginia during the winter. We just had to come down. We've never been in the summer. And there's another place down in Boynton Beach, I can't tell you the name of it. But I got to talking to the manager there. They weren't allowing 18 and over in the park. Because he used to manage here. And their thing was, one person has to be 55, nobody over 40.
Right.
Nobody under 40.
Under 40.
Nobody under 40. So that's not true.
And no more than 4 people.
Well, that's not HUD. HUD and Fair Housing.
Well, here.
Don't care about that, yeah.
So they got scouted by somebody who made a complaint because they were not allowing people over 18 in a home. And they got huge fines. So we have to allow people over 18. There has to be one person. There has to be one person in each house, 55 and over, were, now the rule was, because I was involved in a lawsuit against PLC, okay? I got 5 years of researching this shit. So the deal is, when it was set up, so how old are you?
I'm 58.
Okay, so I'm 35. And we're married. The deal was, when he dies, I don't get kicked out.
Right.
That's what that 20% was. That's what
Before.
that 20% was for.
They
It wasn't for you
perverted
bringing.
that. Right. They
It wasn't for
perverted
you
that.
bringing your 19-year-old
They put
daughter.
a 19-year-old.
It wasn't that. It was so that I would never
Lose your home.
You can put my name and have a home.
It's right over there.
So then when I called the housing, I called HUD a couple years ago and they said, it depends on what's in your document.
Right. Anybody have the contract itself? I've never been able to read it.
Nobody.
We haven't read it.
Listen, what contract?
Contract, the sale.
Like a sale of the
Yeah.
PLC?
Here, she has a copy.
Listen. No.
Yeah, I got
No,
the
that's a prospectus.
I'm
Listen.
talking about the contract.
Listen. I paid $4,000 myself to get a copy of that contract in this lawsuit. Bonnie is the only one that saw it and signed it. Bonnie's the only one. Bonnie Rickler. Oh, you went to my next one? None of the board got to see it, only Bonnie. And our lawsuit was about getting a copy of that contract and the financials. I've mapped the financials all the way to the end of 2018, and we haven't gotten any since then. So I've got my pile of stuff is at home. Oh, I got lots of Are these 2 euros?
Yes.
I shut her up.
I got your stuff here.
I didn't bring my thing. That time, I'm going to be back to
Yeah, exactly. I get a mic and all that stuff. I got this.
Whose phone is that?
James. Your phone, thanks.
All right, thank you for all you've done. You've been battling this